It's Violet.
I found it next to her. It's alive.
Paige, you don't take it to Mom. Bring it back. No. This is. It's Carmel's or it's Violet.
Violet.
Okay, this is Carmel. Violet, my beauty. Don't you worry. Paige is going to be back with your baby. Good girl. Paige will be back with your baby. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. This is way early, I'm pretty sure. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. There's another. There's another. There's another. Oh, there's another. And another. Oh. Oh. Okay, I'm going to put this here. So she had triplets. There's 2 more! I have them! Yeah! I have them! They're tiny! Take one.
Don't panic her.
I screamed to get your attention. Did you hear?
No, I came out to milk. Okay.
What did Mom say? Are we bringing them over there?
Yeah, come on. These are.
Let me grab the phone. These
We
are
gotta have them
runts.
warm.
Come open up the gate, please. And get her. Isn't this like 3 months early?
Yeah. It's a few weeks early, but that's fine.
They're beautiful. 3, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so that
And
one's a
all
boy.
alive. I'm surprised.
That one's a boy.
Whew. You did a great job.
Okay, you come keep this one. Keep this one moving. I'm going to run and get a small nipple.
So beautiful.
They're beautiful, aren't they? All right, the molasses will help her get some of her strength back, and the fact that it's hot water will help keep her warm. So you can see it's kind of a brownish color now. That's molasses. All right, Squirt.
Should I take out the A&W bottle full of milk?
Nope. And you need to watch and make sure each baby nurses. You have to keep track and make sure everybody.
You can get the door.
Yeah. Why don't you just take the baby and come back and get the water? Put the water down. Go take baby. Watch and make sure everybody nurses.
Mom says to make sure that each baby nurses.
Don't make big, scary noises, okay?
Hi.
What's that in there?
Molasses.
Oh.
Be goodies.
Okay, come on.
Here, I'll stand on this side. I don't know if you guys can see that. There we go. Come on. Almost. There we go. That's better. Is that the weakest one?
Yeah.
Dang it. There we go.
It's nursing as hard as it can.
Hey girl, come on, drink some molasses water. Yeah, not you.
There we go.
That girl.
There we go, baby. Good job. Come on. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Come on. That's a good boy.
That's just what happens when they have babies. That's just from their sack.
When while their tails, that means they're eating and they're happy.
This one isn't quite.
These are the best. They're small enough that they go into the goat's mouths easier. But you have to make sure and get a pop bottle with a screw-on lid. The gray ones that we like to transition to later, you can do them with the glass jar or a beer bottle. But with these ones, you need a little plastic bottle. I'm gonna grab some of this just in case. Is she doing better?
Yeah,
Mom, just be
I think
careful
she
that
just
one.
wants her babies. I don't think. And everybody else is okay? Okay, we're not going to use the milk. We got to use colostrum.
everybody else is okay.
And so she had absolutely zero milk.
I think they actually drank most of it, but they're still hungry because they're. Yesterday I checked and it was pretty much full. Everything. That little one right there is pretty hungry. So.
That right there, I had to chew the top off so that there's a hole.
Good.
All right. You need to put her down though. Okay. No wobbling. So we're hoping this one is so precious.
There we go.
Hold her in the back. She can't back up. I can't. I wanted to taste it. I don't want it to drown her. I think this one is the girl. There we go.
This is the first time she's down.
Stood. Okay, here's her support in the back so she doesn't slide across the floor. Okay, I don't want to tip it too much because if I tip it too much, it starts to kind of drown her a little bit.
Yay! I love it.
Now we have to watch Jasmine.
She should be kidding at the same time.
Yeah, so we'll have to watch her tomorrow.
And today.
Let him nurse! Huh? Huh? Mom says to let him nurse. Grabbing towels. Mom says not to get all dirty this time. Mom says not to get all dirty this time.
Well, they're just barely born.
Did you watch them?
No, but they're covered in this.
Well, beautiful. There's two.
Yep, only two.
Take
Okay,
one.
you take one.
I'll take the yellow.
Just rub all the gunk off. So these are newly born,
Barely born.
and we're just trying to get.
barely born.
So we're just trying to get them to stand up and to be able to nurse.
But not stand up quite yet. Quite yet.
and
Just
they're
'cause.
covered in gunk.
Oh, this one's beautiful.
It looks like Zinnia. That's a good boy. That's a good baby. And I haven't yet checked to see if they're girls or boys. So,
They're beautiful nevertheless.
oh, come on.
That one was a lot more messier.
Well, this one's probably the last one.
I'm gonna run around and make sure there's no others.
Yeah. I wonder if she's still pregnant.
She might be, but she's lost. She's not quite as fast with that.
And she's still in labor. So, I'm just waiting. Yeah, she's about to have it. It's okay, girl. Come on, babies.
Alright.
They're really liking it.
So these guys took to the bottle a lot easier than the others. We're pretty sure that the others had nursed a little bit. But the whole bathtub trick works really well. They have black tar poop when they first are born. And it's perfect. That's what we want. We want them to poop. But it's much easier to contain them in the tub and then clean up afterwards. This guy's pretty big.
Yeah.
And he looks more like an alpine.
I kind of want to name this one Lemon Pepper.
Interesting.
Because that's almost its color.
This one is little and looks more like a Guernsey. His belly looks pretty full. Did he drink any?
Yeah, he
Okay.
drank a lot.
All right, then go put
Yeah.
then go put the bottle up. Do not squeeze his belly.
Yep.
So we've already given them each
Colostrum.
one full bottle of colostrum. Careful, not around his belly, honey.
I'm getting his chest, not his belly.
So they've each had colostrum, just not from Mama. Mama's in the garage, and as soon as we feel like these guys are warm and have some food in their bellies, we're going to let them go out to the garage because their presence will help her start to create milk. She doesn't have any right now. A lot of times with goats or any lactating animal, at the beginning they'll create just a little bit of colostrum, and that'll be it. And it can take a couple weeks for their milk to come in. So the big one had enough milk?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so take them out to Jasmine. Do not hold them under the rib cage. In the front, at their chest, and behind their bum. Hey guys, I wanted to show you what our weather looks like right now. We are the last week of February, and we are still under a lot of snow. We actually had more snow this year than we usually do. Usually we get a lot of snow up in the hills, and it just blows all the snow off the valley. But this year we got hit really heavy. In fact, I could show you my roof. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I have a lot of snow on that roof that I wish I could get down. But the point of that is we have goats in our garage right now. It's February. We didn't know the breeding date of our 2 does that we sent to be bred. And because of that, we were just kind of on baby alert starting this week. And it turned out that they did not disappoint. They had their kids on, I think, Wednesday and Thursday. So we have 2 babies, or two mamas. One of the moms is not a good mom, and the other mom is a good mom. Hi, babies. Oh, the messes. So we've got babies in the garage, and the first thing we did to make that safe, we took all grain products out. There's no chicken feed, there's no sweet feed, there's no kind of grain product in the garage, because if Mama tipped that over, hi baby, because if Mama tipped that over, she would founder. The girls have brought in sawdust and made the babies comfy. With some goats, when they have their babies, it looks like they should have a ton of milk, but then they don't. And they can get really, really swollen udders, but still have no milk. This is what you don't want to see. You don't want a hunched little back. It could be constipation, but because he's shivering, it probably isn't. So, this one looks pretty good. Not hunched up, but still a little cold. I think that's because he was on the concrete floor over in another spot. What would be ideal would be to have a dog cage out here that we could put babies into so that they couldn't get away from the sawdust. This little one needs to go in. And also see, even though he's really puffy, he's got kind of this hollow spot there. You don't want that hollow spot. These two look pretty good. And I'm probably going to do, you can see how they're more active and they're looking to nurse. That's what you want, active and looking to nurse. You don't want lethargic with a humped back. All right, so we have work in town today, but we still got baby goats to take care of, so this is what our setup looks like. We have their formula because the moms haven't come into milk yet. And so each one of the babies has their own tub so that they're not pooping on each other. And then they will be warmer in the car than they would be outside. And we'll just feed them every couple hours. Okay, make sure to turn off the light and shut the door. This is lunch for us and lunch for the baby goats. For the baby goats, I have 2 feedings worth of formula in each jar. I have their bottles, their nipples, their funnel. This will keep it simpler, less messy, and less of a chance that the kids will forget or contaminate our big bag of milk. For us, we have tea bags in here. I reuse kombucha bottles, glass bottles, so 1, 2, 3 cold ones. And then I have sliced cheese in this, what do they call these? Silly trays. They sent these to me and I actually love them. As long as it's not something soupy. You can't have any moisture because it'll leak out. We have individually sized pint bottles of chili, 6 hard-boiled eggs, spoons, and that's it. So this should work pretty good today. Save us some money, keep our health, our strength up. And I just changed out the towels for everybody. Instead of washing the buckets afterwards, I just put in a clean towel or 2, fold it up to absorb things. It's not really good to get goats wet. They get chilled really easy. It's just a really bad idea. So we will wash these tubs once the babies are sold or once it's warm enough for them to be outside. But you can see they look really nice and clean now. They've all been fed. And then we're just going to transfer all the tubs out to the car when we leave. For those of you in really warm areas with babies being born in summer, leaving babies in the car would not be fantastic. But for us, it is freezing cold outside. I park the car in a place where the sun comes in the windows and warms the van. So these guys are actually as warm in the car as they would be in my kitchen. And if it was summer, we definitely would not do that. We would roll windows down and then it would be fine. But we don't live in a really hot area. We live in Idaho. It doesn't get that hot in the summer. We would definitely not leave windows rolled up in the summer, but they would be just fine in the car with windows rolled fully down, because generally a summer day here doesn't really get into the 80s. And even then we generally have breezes blowing through. So if we would be safe in the car, in these circumstances, we can leave babies in the car. So this is all the stuff we're taking. We got my battery for charging my camera, my computer. We got baby goats to go. The reason we have them in separate boxes is because if they're all in the same box together, they poop on each other. I'm having a hard enough time keeping them really clean. And so this way, 1 towel lasts them a day. And then I've got a load of laundry in right now, so I'll switch that out.